We're gonna join them when we want to on the road. So if the government provide job or the government not tell the people, we are
Every day, there are issues happening around us that tend to shape the destiny of our country and our lives. How well are you abreast with those issues and their impacts? Join Inside Liberia on KN 95.9 FM, an early evening, informative and interactive, thought-provoking and stimulating political talk show that digs deep into the political, social, economic, and developmental issues and unpack them for you with accurate, balanced, and credible analysis as well as reports from across the counties. It's Inside Liberia with your host, Maurice Desmond from Mondays to Fridays, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on KN 95.9 FM. You dare not miss it.
It's another day, another wonderful afternoon in the nation's capital, Monrovia. And of course, we've come to talk about the issues that matter. And it is with great pleasure we can do that every day as we come on this platform. This is Kia Radio 95.9, beaming from the nation's capital, Monrovia. Right on the UN Drive, right here around the Radita Market. And we are grateful to always have you as our partner, as you always grace the very, very best your radio has to offer. So welcome. Today is the 22nd date of the month of January, and the year is 2025. I am your homo presenter. My name is Maurice Desmond Brown. Calvin Grade is on his way. Calvin will join us right here, and we'll talk about all of the issues that actually do matter to our country, Liberia. So if you are on the social media, you're following us via Kia Network, please help us share the video. Let others join, and please tell us where you're watching us from. Leave your comments right on our live Facebook feed, and we'll read them out for you right here. So just continue to share the video, all of you. And let's talk about the issues that confront our country, Liberia. Please share the video, please please share the video. All of you, share the video wherever you are. So if you're in district number 1 up to district 17 in Maserado County, I want to say thanks for joining us. But please tell us where you're watching us from. And we can definitely recognize you. If you're celebrating birthdays on today, happy birthday to you. If you are celebrating anniversaries, may God continue to give speed to that union. If you are celebrating any occasion of your choice, it is good to always say to you, welcome, and enjoy your celebration. Shortly we'll go around the world and take bits and pieces of news for you. War news, and then when we come back, we'll talk about the Kia Humanitarian Foundation. We'll transition to politics later, and we'll talk about all of the issues, of course, all of the issues. So stick and stay with us. Don't go away. If you are watching us live on Kia Network, please share the video, and you can do justice to others so others can follow. It is very important. Yeah, of course, we will definitely. Just share the video, all of you, and write on our Facebook feed where you are watching us from, and of course we'll recognize you. Let me say good afternoon to Mr. Matthew Tukpa of the Liberia Marketing Association, always a regular listener and a follower of the show. He is the procurement officer of the Liberia Marketing Association, Mr. Matthew Tukpa. Thanks for always joining us, Chief. You have shown that you have interest in us. You have interest in Kia Radio 95.9. Yeah, so this is where we go next to talk about other world news. It is very important that we talk about world news right here. Let's see whether we can do this. Let's go to the United States of America. Trump considers 10% tariff on China from February. U.S. President Donald Trump has said he is considering imposing a 10% tariff on imports of Chinese-made goods as soon as February 1. Very soon, the man have already started doing what he loved doing best. So, America is the greatest country. Trump says decisions and discussions with his administrations were based on the fact that they were sending Findlay to Mexico and Canada. He called China an abuser. China responded saying trade wars have no winners. Despite the aggressive talk, the 10% tariff will much less than 60% tariff Trump mentioned on the campaign trail. Trump comments follow his threats to levy import taxes of 25% on Mexico and Canada, accusing them of allowing undocumented migrants and drugs to come into the U.S. In a press conference in Washington on Tuesday, Trump also vowed to hit the European Union with tariffs. He said the EU treat us very, very badly. So they are going to be in for the tariffs. It is the only way we are going to get back. It is the only way we are going to get fairness. China's Foreign Ministry spokesman Mao Ning responded to Trump's threats by promising to safeguard its national interest. We have always believed that trade wars and tariff wars have no winners, he added. Shortly after he was sworn in on Monday, the new president also instructed federal agencies to conduct a review of existing trade deals and identify unfair practices by U.S. trading partners. Meanwhile, a top official spoke out against protectionism at the World Economic Forum in Davos. We hope that this will have an end. Let's go to Turkey. Trying to see what is happening in some of the Turkish cities. Turkey moons hotel fire deaths and efforts to identify them continues. A day of mourning is on the way in Turkey for the 76 victims of a fire hit engulfed a popular Ask resort hotel in the country's northeast. The fire broke out at the wooden-clad 12-story Bank Kadel Hotel in Bolu at 3:27 local time. An investigation has been launched into the incident, and there have been conflicting reports about whether the hotel was up to safety standards. 9 people have been arrested, including the hotel's owners. President Recep Erdogan, who visited Bolu on Wednesday, said those responsible for negligence leading to the fire will be held accountable. Flags are flying at half-mast across Turkey in memory of the victims of the fire. while the first funerals are being held. Search and rescue operations as the team makes final efforts to find any remaining bodies. Our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Turkey for this irreparable loss. Oh yeah, we are still looking for the news for you. Let's get you more. 4 injured in Tel Aviv stabbing attack. 4 people were injured in a stabbing attack in Tel Aviv on Tuesday. Israel Emergency Service said. Achiluf Hospital said it was treating 3 of the victims, including one with a serious condition with a knife wound to the neck. The assassin is 28 years old, a foreign national, was shot dead at the scene, police said. Israel's Shin Bet Security Service said it is carrying out an investigation after decision was made to allow the man who reportedly have Moroccan citizenship and American permanent residency to enter the country. This is the second stabbing in Tel Aviv in 4 days, after another person was attacked on Sunday before being shot by an armed civilian. The wickedness in the world just getting every day increasing. Just increasing every day. Israeli media reported that an American resident permit and a border control ticket were found on the body of the attacker. He entered Israel on a tourist visa on 18 January. Border and immigration forces have raised objection to the man's entering Israel while he was at the Ben Gurion airport. But the Shin Bet approved his entry, Israel's Interior Minister Ash Ebert said. Let's go to Africa. Trying to check for it from Africa for you. To the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. There is some development coming from there, and the BBC is also reporting something. M23 rebels seized Newstown advanced closer to Goma. M23 rebels seized the town of Minova in eastern Congo, a key supply route for provisional capital Goma. Authorities said on Tuesday, leading to a mass exodus of people in the face of a new offensive by the rebel group, which has taken several strategic towns in recent weeks. The provincial governor of South Kivu, Jean-Jacques Parusi, confirmed the capture of Minova, adding that the rebels have also captured the mining town of Limbushi, Numbi, and other towns in the same province. The town of Bermina in neighboring Northern Kivu province. Congo's military said in a statement Tuesday that the rebels made breakthroughs in Meneville and other towns. It did not confirm if M3 will capture the towns. M23 or the March 23 movement is a military group composed of ethnic Tutsis who broke away from the Congolese army just over a decade ago. The group rose to prominence in 2012. Its fighters seized Goma, the capital of Northern Kivu province and eastern Congo, largest city on the border with Uganda. Yeah, I mean it is good, but yeah, let's take one more from Africa. We can come back. Let's go to Gabon. Gabon approves new electoral law seen as win for UNTA leader. Gabon's transitional parliamentary team on Monday approved a new electoral code seen by the opponents as favorable to UNTA leader Blaise Duma. The bill, which was passed after days of deliberations, allowed members of the security force and magistrates to conduct and contest elections as candidates. Duma has promised to return power to civilians, but speculations that he desired to run as a presidential candidate. For its part, the opposition is demanding a formal ban on any military member of the transitional committee standing as a presidential candidate. But members of the UNTA have recently embarked on a propaganda-driven, seen by observers as a plan to soften the ground for a potential Nguma candidacy. The bill also introduced 2 parliament seats reserved for diaspora Gabonese. It allows 2 nationals to stand as candidates in all elections except the presidential vote without having to renounce their other nationality. And with that, we've come home and we've come to talk about the issues that really do matter to our country, Liberia. But we cannot talk about these things without talking about the Kia Humanitarian Foundation. Yes, the Kia Humanitarian Foundation is a foundation that we continue to talk about. When you seem no one cares, the Kia Humanitarian Foundation comes in as a helper. I just want you to know this. That the Kia Humanitarian Foundation is a foundation that is hinged on the dreams and aspiration of helping the needy. And we are now going to fumble on uh, that singular obligation that we have. That is why we've done the very best to always engage the public, engage our people. We've always done what we can do in order to helping the less fortunate. And that is why our CEO, Mr. Christopher Kier, and his darling wife, Madam Josephine Kier, and the entire team, Mr. Kishen, the General, Monique Kishen in the United States, Mr. George Sibo, they all have tried tirelessly making sure that the foundation keeps on doing what its core value stands for. And so that is why we are firmly built on few key principles. And that is on health, education, agriculture, and sanitation. These are major pillars on which the Care Humanitarian Foundation stands. And we cannot negate the fact that these areas are of serious priority and concern for our country. I know sometimes you feel that there's nobody or no one cares, but the Care Humanitarian Foundation cares about you. Let's be fast to recognize Mr. Prince F. Rabas. He's watching us from Central Monrovia. Thank you so much, Mr. Prince F. Rabas. He's been a very, very ardent follower in recent days of our program. We recognize you in the very highest way. Thank you so much, Mr. Prince F. Rabas, for always choosing Kia Radio 95.9 and choosing Inside Liberia as the program to listen to. Thank you so much. So the Kia Humanitarian Foundation is into education. Have we made significant marks in education? Yes, we've done. Yes, we have not done equally 100%, but to some extent, we've been able to help. Where the government hands cannot reach, we've been able to do a little. Do we need to do more? Yes, we need to do more, but we cannot do it single-handedly, and we cannot do it from our own pockets every time. That is why we're asking bigger NGOs to partner with us. You can go on our website. You can find us there. You know, we've been sending out some correspondence out to some big NGOs to partner with us. We are hoping that they can see the need, that some of the places they can reach, we can reach there. You know, logistically, we are very strong. We can handle some of the issues, especially when it comes to going to the rural areas. We have mobility, you know, we can do that. But again, we need a tap on the back, because it is just a single man and his family trying to do something in Liberia, and we must give them a tap on the back. They are doing exceptionally well. Mr. Christopher Kier and his wife, they are very concerned about Liberia. They are very concerned about what we do and how it happens. They are very concerned. And so we need to just continue to say thank you to them for continuously doing what they ought to do and what they continue to do. Again, this year, like we said, thank God the University of Liberia, they've commenced classes already. So the moment they put out entrance notice, as soon as they put out notice for entrance that they will be taking in students, we too will be announcing to the public on our pilot project that has been declared by our CEO and his team. That pilot project is to see 100 students go back to the University of Liberia. If they were not in, it is our duty to make sure that they get back to school. Because to graduate from high school is one thing. Acquiring higher education is another thing. Sometimes it gets very tough. Sometimes you feel it's tougher than what you think when parents do not have the financial might. Parents do not have the financial capabilities to fund their students going back to school or their children going back to university to obtain a degree. In other countries, getting a degree is free. In other countries, Liberia is not like those other countries where getting a degree, their first degree, is free. But here, it's mostly difficult. So a lot of people cannot meet up with the high demands of college fees that have been charged per credit hour to send their children to school. The only school trying right now to run almost, but it's not a tuition-free university, is the University of Liberia. So we know to get in is difficult. Sometimes people are afraid that when they take the interest, they may not make a pass and they don't want to venture. I want to encourage you now that as soon as the University of Liberia put a notice out for entrance, we will be needing your support. What support do we want? We want a support where those of you who have your children sitting home and you want them to go to university and obtain their first degree, it is important that when we announced, you come to our office here on the UN Drive, you put in for that child, or you bring the child themselves, let them be able to process, bring all their particular whatever. We want to make sure that they pass the WAEC so that they can enter the university. We pay their entrance fees. The CEO have already committed himself to that, and we continue to announce this because this is something that is so dear to him. Educating the children of Liberia, educating the young people is a passion that our CEO continues to venture in because he feels happy. He and his wife, they feel so happy helping others. So when that time comes, it will be opened up, no favoritism, except for people who are regular callers of our different shows, and you have a person you want us to process, you have preference. We'll give you first preference. That means we'll give you first priority. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt to say to you, listen, because you are following our shows, you are calling on our talk shows and always participating, you have, your child or whosoever you have will process them. Because why? You are a family. That is why we said to you over and over, be a regular participant of our shows. Participate in our shows. Participate in our different political discourse. Some of the things we talk about, participate in them, call. So when you have a person you want us to process, that person will be easy. Because there will be a gold rush. Let me be honest with you. You will see this place overcrowded the moment we announce that we are beginning the process today or we are beginning the process tomorrow. This place will get overcrowded. Do you know how many parents are sitting home today do not have the first cent for their children to take the UR entrance? They do not have it. So we will be the one, the foundation, the Care Humanitarian Foundation will be the one to sponsor them to take the entrance. So you have nothing to worry about. Once you are a regular caller, you are participating in our shows. Once you recommend somebody, we will put them through. So that is why, you have to get glued to Care Radio, because listen, I've told you, it's not just this opportunity about 100 students being sponsored to take the entrance. There will also come a time there will be more opportunities out there that the Care Humanitarian Foundation will be putting out. And we will be looking for beneficiaries. You could recommend people to us. You could be the one to say, I got 2%, I got 3%, I got this person. My relative, my this, my dad can be a part. You can say it. And of course, trust me, we will be glad to process you or process your person because you are a member of our team. Because you are a member of our team. But if you say it's apparently and political shows are on, political conversations, different conversations, and you continue to play the weak and and say that the people business, that like people business, that the government business, when I get anything to talk inside. No, it is your business. For the sake of Care Radio, get involved. Get involved. Because we want our own audience base, we want our own fan base. That is why the other day I encourage you to be a part of our fan base, be a part of our fan club. Not many persons express interest. The few persons that have expressed interest, we will work along with them. It's still open up. You don't know the kind of opportunity that may come after this one. And you will be one of the, you'll be a person to, to benefit. So again, it is, I'm trying to bring in my partner. What is it not? So Calvin just joined me. So I'm trying to bring in Calvin. But I don't know. What is it? I don't know what is it. No. Is George there? If George is there, let him come in. I don't know what is the problem here. Let me check it up. Please tell George or any of them to come in. There's something happening here. I don't understand it. All right, so let's be talking while they get the technicians to come and do something here. So yeah, it is something we continue to tell you. Be a part of our team. It will not cost you anything if you put 3 minutes, 5 minutes in your phone and make a call on some of the shows. It won't cost you anything. It's not just by listening. It's by your participation as well. It is by your participation. It is by your participation. It is by your participation. So we are encouraging you, be a part. Be a part, because you may not know. You may not know what the future holds. What could be of essence? What could be of a blessing to you? The time you take, just few minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes of your time to call and say, I'm following the show, and it will not take anything from you. It will not take anything from you. Let me welcome Ruben Cannon. Ruben Cannon is following from his usual Canaville resident. And I want to say thank you for joining as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Calvin is here, and let me use the time to welcome Calvin. Calvin, let's see whether your mic is on.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, we're just talking about the Care Humanitarian Foundation. Some of the things we intend to do this year. Our CEO has declared 100 students to enter the University of Liberia through the Care Humanitarian Foundation. Will pay their entrance fees. So it is a very good thing. Once the UL put out notice for entrance, we will start to take in our people.
Okay.
And I'm only trying to admonish people who always say, "Oh yeah, I was following the show, I was listening." You see, radio is like radio is like a magic. It's like you are doing something, but you're not looking at it. It's not like mirror where you see yourself in it.
Yeah, sure.
So we are here talking. We don't know who all following. Except sometimes we leave studio, people send our messages. Oh, I'm following the show.
Exactly.
And we walk in the street. People say, "Oh, thanks for the show. Thank you. You did well. The show was actually correct. It was inspiring. And we see that those people are listening, but we cannot tell who all are listening now, except somebody send a message and say, "I was listening" or "I'm listening." But the way we will know is by your participation.
The
way we will know is by your participation. Either through the social media, like Ruben Kana is on now, he is sending in his comments and saying, "I'm following from Ghana's-ville." Mr. Prince F. Roberts is also following. Say following off of Central Town.
Absolutely.
So if you do not follow, that means the only way we'll know that you are listening is by participating. And the participation, when the lines are open, you take your telephone. Let me tell you, political issues in Liberia, and any issue in Liberia, and not the government, and not the people think. All of you got representatives and senators in your district. You got representatives there. You got senators in your counties. If we are discussing issues here that regards the government, you must be able to say something. It is your business. We come to sit here.
Yeah.
All the time we sit behind this microphone, it's not for ourselves. It's not for ourselves.
Absolutely. Sometimes the participation may be an issue like in a happy country.
And in fact, Kevin, if our people are participating, it pushes the government
to do more.
Because the people say, but the people, the citizens themselves speaking out.
Yeah.
But if you are a citizen and you say, okay, let me just listen, and you do not make a call, you do not add your voice to our voices, then you are creating the problem. Because if the government is not doing anything, you should be the one. If the government is doing something, to commend them so that they can do more. You commend the government do more. If the government is not doing anything, you say it so the government can be on the standby to do for you. We cannot be the one, because if we just start the post that journalists, then no more thing, they can just sit and just talk. But when you citizens get involved, it is good.
Certainly, though the government would not run out a very, from your opinion, immediately, but the government can somehow see reasons, from some of those things that you will profile before at the table, and they can just take some pieces from there and add it to the major achievement.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing today. Let me tell you the power of the radio. When I was back there at King's FM, I took a day, Kevin, on the radio, and there was this person who was appointed at the National Commission on Higher Education. Then when I look at the profile of the person, it was President Weah, whose appointment it was.
Okay.
President Weah appointed the person, and I checked the person record. This person was dismissed by former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf at that same place, and there was an investigation conducted that the person misappropriated funds. So that day, I took the day on the radio, and I told the president, I said, "Mr. President, this other appointment is way below the belt.
Oh, yeah.
You must take this person off, because
record that person.
Record the person. The person doesn't stand in for the integrity that you want to see in your government." And the citizen called in, and some of them knew this individual.
Okay.
They called in and supported the show. They started to talk before the day ended.
The president saw the reason.
The president withdrew the nomination of that person.
Okay, that's good.
Several things have happened, and in this case, I will show you who is my example. There's a man working at the National Commission on Higher Education now. He's one of the directors. They call him Mr. Moses Kesseley. Mr. Moses Kesseley was one of the persons listening to the radio that day. And after the president withdrew the nomination of this person, he called me on the phone. He said, "My man, we didn't know that this could happen." I said, "Well, that is how the power of the radio is. It was not because I spoke about it. It was because the citizens told the president that we ourselves, we are in the know.
Okay.
We know about this thing. You must record this, man. That numerous call that was made, that is what moved the president. So sometimes you just listen to the show and say, we're just listening. But you have to participate. That is what moved the government. If you leave with only us talking, the government will not move. Let me be honest with you today. If you just leave with journalists, them talking, the people believe that journalists can be looking for things to talk. But if you, the citizen, get involved, when we talk these things and you back our saying,
we only amplify what you say.
That's all. So sometimes we bring out the issue. It's for you. It's not for us. It's for you to talk so that the right things can be done.
Sure.
So please, we are begging you, man. Try to be participating. We can have whole show, and at the end of the show, we got 1 color, 2 colors, 3 colors. I mean, it's not a show. It's not a show. It is you, the citizen, that should be moved by these things to call, because it is for you. It is for all of us. So we bring out the issues, we talk about it. At the end of the day, you are the direct beneficiaries, because if these things happen, your communities will be good, your districts will be good, your counties will be good, and at the end of the day, we all will live in the country where we all will enjoy it.
Certainly.
So we journalists, we are only conduit. We are only being used as a conduit. We are used as a means to translate your information, to translate what the public thinks. That is why sometimes we'll finish to say we open the line so that you get back. Almost like you have people going to tell something to someone, and the only reason why that person, and the only way that person will believe that what you have said is true if somebody else come to back what that person have said. That person who is backing serve as a means of the evidence. We'll talk all of the things here. If you listening to the radio now, you do not participate, it means all of what we are saying here, we are just saying, we said them for ourselves. You must get involved. So we are begging you. We take God to beg you, okay? Yeah, we take God to beg you. It is the only way the government can move. I'll be honest with you. You have issues in your community. It necessarily don't have to be the topic we are treating.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be the thing we thought that day.
Major activities, major events, major concerns.
It can be any other concern from you, the ordinary people. It is because of you, Mr. Christopher Kier, build a radio. Not for us. Not for us to can say I have 2 hours to talk. In fact, the CEO don't even like people generally just say now you talk.
Many times people will say to the colleagues that some of us will have issues of national concern to the public. But how can we now? The opportunity is here now to send out your views. Your opinion is absolutely matter here on our platform, because what you're going to say there going to change this country. What you're going to say there are going to make somebody who has something different in mind, to reaffirm and to see the needs of coming into the posture where they will not change to the negative functions of the country. So we encourage you all, just what my colleague is saying. You are the one, and you are the direct representations of you and us in the community. We hear from you, and your concerns have been labeled out there, and all of these things is just for you. So we are only talking everything we talk here, though we talk it, and don't think that we express our anger. No, we don't express anything in there. We're only saying how the public feels, how how Liberians.
We can be complaining on their behalf.
Yeah.
Listen, so this is how it works. Maybe the people understand something. We can be complaining on your behalf. Now when we complain, and you now they can't ask you. They ask you who you complain on your behalf. Ask you, they say, I ain't got anything to say.
So we're not told them.
They say the journalists are just saying that they're lying.
Yeah.
So you just lie on the person. The man you can't complain for, that the man saying got anything to say. So the how it look like when we conduct a show and you do not participate, that's how it is. Because we are complaining on your behalf. We are talking for you. We are talking on your behalf. So you should be backing us. Yes, so issue then we tell you you are a political figure, you belong to different political party. You can disagree with or two. We don't got a problem. That is why they say we agree to disagree or we disagree to agree. So you can support your political party, but the interest of Liberia matters. So even if we say something here against your political party and you think that's not the way it should be, call and tell us, no, that's exactly not the way our political party.
Though it didn't go this way, but this is a red thing. But you can provide a clarity for us now.
But if we talk about your political party and you say nothing because you're angry, you say, oh, I fair because they talk about my political party. No. Like yesterday, I was firm that some of the things that are happening, the CDC contributing to it.
Yeah, today the CDC had a major press conference today.
We're talking about a press conference. Yeah. So these are things we just thought to flag before we have the show. Calvin will tell us what we're talking about today. But I just wanted you to know that we can be complaining on your behalf as citizens. That for your benefit, we can be talking it in. Mr. Christopher Care Bede radio station, because he want your views to be air. That because of you, he want your views to be air. He want people to know. He want you in your community to flag issues. That's why I say it's not about the thing we raise here to talk about that you're forced to talk about. No.
Yeah.
Maybe there are issues in your community. Maybe there are armed robbery, thing going on. It is on the increase. The police are not doing their work to patrol and other things. You can talk about it. We'll not stop you.
Sure.
We'll not stop you because those are the issues that are affecting you. We only want you to flag issues that are affecting you. So don't say, oh, because they put all the thing they talk, I'm getting interested, Simon. But you got other things that are burning you. Don't sit down with it. You can call on the radio too. While we here, you can tell us. Even though it's not about your topic, but this is what I see in my community. This is the kind of thing I know happening in the country that need to stop and other things. We will still talk about it. So I beg you. We're taking God to beg you. So let's take words from some of our people doing business with us. When we come back, Calvin will set the stage for our political discussion. So let's go here.
Visit Cozy Home for the latest beds and decks, chairs and tables, or that special TV, air condition, or other electronic products for the best price in town. Cozy Home is on the 3rd Street Single, opposite
Audio.
That you're looking for. Call us on 0887-111-101 or visit us on the 3rd Street Single. Cozy Home, the best in town for furniture and electronics.
We are feeling baby.
Josh, you need to come. I don't know what is happening.
Yeah, so let me just reach Josh quick to see how best.
Yeah, Josh, you need to come here. I don't know what is happening here. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Sorry. Let's see what I can do.
Are you looking for that special furniture or electronic appliance that give your home or office beauty? Now visit Cozy Home for the latest beds and decks, chairs and tables, or that special TV, air condition, or other electronic products for the best price in town. Cozy Home is on the 3rd Street Single, opposite All Education Ministry, with all that you're looking for. Call us on 0887-111-101 or visit us on the 3rd Street Single. Cozy Home, the best in town for furniture and electronics.
We are feeling baby.
Give your home or office beauty? Now visit Cozy Home for the latest beds and decks, chairs and tables, or that special TV, air condition, or other electronic products for the best price in town. Cozy Home is on the 3rd Street Single, opposite All Education Ministry, with all that you're looking for. Call us on 0887-111-101 or visit us on the 3rd Street Single. Cozy Home, the best in town for furniture and electronics.
When your partner boiling, run down to Price Master to give that heat that will make it boil till it's really boiling.
Oh yes, Price Master is the solution to that boiling problem, bringing into Liberia high-quality American products for different needs.
At Price Master, we have life-saving drugs for that long-standing health complication. We are restoring life through the Price Master Drug Center on Camp Johnson Road for affordable prices or cost.
That's not all. Price Master has cosmetic, furniture, electronic, and other appliances for homes, schools, and offices. Price Master also got the baby's cover with nutritional food, water, toys, and many more.
Price Master is located at Camp Johnson Road and Paris Street intersection, or you can call us on 0886 552 304 or 0775 323 761, or better still, WhatsApp us on +231 770 390 441.
Price Master, the master for all American food, medicine, furniture, toys, cosmetics, detergent, and many more.
Home health agency. We send nurses and home health aides to patients' homes and take care of them, provide medical and non-medical services for them in their homes. So that's what we're doing. This is the office space where the high-end process is rendered.
Also the assisting admin at Amazing Care. I've been with this company since 2014 when we were making nothing. And we were literally in the basement of our apartment. This is how growth have brought us this far. 2-bedroom apartment, and we were literally using the basement and the garage space to carry on this business. And because of growth, we moved here on 2019, and we've been here since 2019 doing this. And God has been so faithful along the way, and we're still going strong. You can see this is the office of Amazing Care. We want to welcome the Care Network in here.
I say, my people, you're not yet about the Liberian-owned business called Jessica Incorporated, right on UN Drive in Clay Street.
Small. What kind of place business you talking about again, so?
I'm talking about our own Liberian business called Jessica Incorporated, right down Clay Street before UN Drive intersection.
My man, tell me more about Jessica.
I say, my people, Jessica specializes in entertainment and delicious food, so local food like kabagi and all. They get European and Western dishes with all kinds of special finger food, man. And they can do free delivery for their customers. Not all. Jessica get one nice and decent guest house fully air conditioned with unlimited Wi-Fi services. The people motor are valid for cheap, yeah, and they're home far away from home.
Hey Jessica, that place like my meal spot now.
Call Jessica today on 0775 762 906. My Liberian people, let's promote our own Liberian business, Jessica Incorporated. It is the #1 stop center for your small operation.
Okay, welcome back to the program. We are glad to be here, and we're having problem to do with this stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, welcome back wherever you are, and Gavin, so you can set up the agenda for our political discussion. So you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you, and let me welcome those of you following us. Welcome to Kia Radio 95.9, and of course inside Liberia from Monday through Friday. Today's the Tuesday's editions of the program. We'd like to see you the Wednesday. Sorry, I want to bring it.
That's good. Don't bring up my please.
I want to bring it back.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, so sorry. So let me hear from you there in Waporu, Grand Bass, or Kidmon, Lo-Fi, and whatever you're getting us from Montserrat. This is your program, and of course, because of you, we are here. So we act to bring you bit by bit happenings in our country, Liberia. Welcome to it. In Battle House of Representatives, Speaker Fanati Kofa have reviewed allegations of receiving information from LSD and that employees of the National Security Agency was allegedly arrested yes, were arrested by the Liberian National Police. It was like leaking out sensitive information, but we'll get to that story so that we can discuss some of this issue to the letter. All right. So, speaker denied allegation that he did not receive any information. He defied, the Liberia National Police or even the young man in question to show any evidence, and then he defied that. Members of the CDC threatened to resist any arrest by the Liberian National Police. The Liberian National Police, in portion of the statement from the preliminary results, talk about arresting CDC lawmakers who uh, were found, guilty, not guilty, who were formed a part of the arson attack.
Oh, okay, yeah, at the Capitol
At the
building.
Capitol building.
Okay.
All right. So, while the investigation still ongoing, and so if any lawmakers form part of that process, will also be arrested. If you found guilty, you will be arrested and you'll be apprehended. So, the CDC lawmaker, not lawmaker, but Janka Ko, who is the chairman for the CDC for the party, came up with strong statement today that they are going to resist any arrest. But I don't know on what grounds, what yardstick. I don't know what tone of the statement coming from. All right, because the investigation did not really talk about CDC lawmakers. Talk about it did not really point at a specific lawmaker or a specific party. Talking about lawmakers because the rivalry between, at the Capitol building, it was between lawmakers. So, if they happen to arrest any lawmaker who formed part of the process, then that means that you are guilty and the law has to take its course. So, they are saying that no arrest will be made. So, the Liberian National Police now should be very, very careful, how to go about carry on their functions. So we're going to look into that. With another issue here, the majority bloc also angry over George Smith's summons for that represents the Coon cause for impeachment, surface. And so this issue going to be discussed too on this program. So those are issues that we're going to look at bit by bit. And of course, as we enter into our discussion, we're also going to bring in major development from the Capitol building. Our correspondents are there to fill us in with some of the information there on this program. Thank you so much. And of course, Desmond, I think we can start from that point.
What's the first issue you say you want us to talk about?
The CDC press conference today. I guess you followed.
I did not follow the press conference, but I'm going for if the statement was made by Janga Ko, I could get the statement right here. So I'm doing it now. If the statement was released by CDC Janga Ko, let's just be talking.
Yes, so that's it right here. We need your participation on the show. You've been following the issue here. The NSA issue that has to do with Doan. I don't know what he said there, but he was one of those who also from part of that area. He was working there. He's an employee. Is an employee. He was or he is an employee there. All right. So this information from Speaker Kofa saying that he has no recording. He even defied, the Liberia National Police. Darwin is a 40-year-old young man. He's facing several charges, including unlawful disclosure of confidential information, mishandling sensitive materials, and the reckless endangering others, and criminal coherence.
Coherence.
Coherence. Yeah, sorry. So these are charges that are before him now, and these charges came up from the Liberia National Police today, and they are telling us that a lot of information was leaked to either the embattled speaker, Fanatic Kofa, and besides that, other sensitive information left the NSA to either the minority bloc, neither individually, the embattled Speaker Kofa. So based on this, he was arrested and then charged with these charges there at the Liberia National Police.
All right, so let's begin with the CDC. I just saw the press conference,
Okay.
but there was no written text for the press conference.
Yeah.
The CDC chairman only went on to say they will resist, any arrest of any of their lawmakers.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very good thing. But let me say a few things quickly. You see, Liberia is a country of law and order. Nobody is above the laws of the country. You know the reason why it's giving the Unity Party hard time to actually govern the country? And I'm going to say this without fear nor favor. The Unity Party made it and made Liberians to believe that lawmakers were immune to arrest. They made it seem as though lawmakers were immune to arrest, meaning lawmakers could not be arrested. Because at a certain point in time, we sat in this country, Darius DeLong, who is senator of Maserado now, threatened to stone the vehicle or the convoy of former President Weah. What did the Unity Party say? The Unity Party said it was freedom of expression and freedom of speech. After Senator DeLong made those pronouncements that he will stone the president's vehicle and he will attack the president's convoy, at the end of the day, the president received several attacks. There was a situation of the president's car being run into at City Hall by an unknown driver. Just ran into the president's convoy. Nobody knew who did it, but it was after Senator DeLong's statement. A man claiming to be madman entered directly in the living room of the president. We all sat right in this country and saw it.
And that madman issue, I have a serious problem with it. Yeah, so
I remember you was on the
yeah.
All right, so I can't even get there. Why am I making these comparisons? The comparisons are very necessary because when these bad practices of people just openly talking and doing things in the country was happening, then the Unity Party said their lawmakers were immune to arrest. The Unity Party said people could not arrest their lawmakers. When you see the CDC having press conference and saying they will not accept anybody arresting their lawmakers, it is from this backdrop. But should it continue to happen? No. And this is where the line should be drawn. The CDC got no right whatsoever to stop any lawmaker from being arrested because
the thing is nobody is pointing out whether you are a citizen.
No, I think
or you are a different lawmaker.
I think their point and Calvin is the fact that Representative Foko, Frank Foko, who is representative of District Number 9, was called in for questioning on the scene fire incident.
Yeah. I think he made a statement that was part of some of the recordings.
According to
he was going to burn down the Capitol building.
So he said he would burn down section. You know, sometimes the way words are spoken, we sat in this country. We saw the Unity Party defending Yeke Koluba of saying he will make sure that he will bring the president down.
Those are words.
He will bring the president down. In fact, there were times where the lawmaker then insulted the presidency openly. The Unity Party said it was freedom of expression. That Yeke could not be arrested under their watch as opposition. He was an opposition lawmaker, so they will protect him. The CDC want to protect under lawmaker now, under their regime.
Yeah.
The CDC want to protect all under lawmakers too, under their regime. Because they too protected their own lawmakers when they were making reckless statements and doing all kinds of things here. They were protected. But should it continue to happen? No. That is what I'm saying in this open manner. Nobody is immune to arrest.
We must respect the rule of law.
The rule of law must be respected. So if a lawmaker is being tipped and the person is from the Unity Party, it's from the CDC, that person cannot resist. The CDC cannot stop that person from being questioned.
But if the CDC was formed part of the process, the law got to take the course. You cannot go into the system. You want to mess the system out. And then if you are found guilty and you want to, for me here, I'm not looking at whether you are a CDC lawmaker or you are Unity Party lawmaker.
Whosoever is found
guilty should be apprehended.
That is the point.
Yes.
People are now taking sides with their people. So we're discussing it now from the angle of why people are saying they will not accept their own lawmaker to be arrested. I gave you a background of why the CDC made the statement she made. But is it right? No, it was wrong then. It was wrong then. Some of us talk about it, that it was wrong for the Unity Party to protect lawmakers who were raining insults and even doing and saying worse things, threatening and saying and making subversive statements that could run the country into chaos. They were making those statements. We talk about it then. Now we must talk about it and say it is wrong. The CDC cannot protect people who are perceived to be part of the investigation of the Capitol building burning. If Representative Francis Afoko is a person of interest, he must be made to account or be made to be questioned. He must be questioned. If Representative Marvin Cole is a party to the case and he's supposed to be calling for questioning,
he should appear for questioning.
The CDC should not resist arrest of this individual or for them to be called for questioning. It is wrong for people to evade justice. Let me tell you what the law says about evading justice. Every time you are called in for questioning or you are supposed to appear to the court and you refuse to appear, it renders you guilty already.
Yeah. Negligent.
It renders you guilty because you're supposed to appear and answer to the charges or to the questions that
whether
will be asked.
guilty or not.
Whether you're guilty or you're not guilty.
Yeah.
It will help investigators. Listen, sometimes it's not about arrest. Francis Afoko was not arrested. Instead, he was called in for questioning. What happened? The Liberia National Police said you could come with your lawyer. He was accompanied by his lawyer. He went there, he answered the question. So I don't think the government will just go about arbitrarily arresting people.
And besides, the police decision to call you for questioning, this is also part of their investigative processes.
Of course,
all right.
It is.
So, by you appearing at the Liberia National Police for questioning, I think it will give an insight.
It helps.
Exactly.
It helps to vindicate you. It helps to say whether you are a member of the case or a part of the case.
Because from what was said, whether you guilty, very guilty, or no, or not guilty, or guilty now, whatever it is,
that is for your appearance. If you go before the panel of investigators and they look into it and say, no, the statement made by this man, with all our investigation, it doesn't point to him.
Disprove him.
If you know,
not guilty.
This is where I come in strongly. If the CDC lawmakers know very well that they are not a part of the syndicate that took the Capitol building down in flames, they should not be resisting arrest or they should not be resisting questioning. The reason why today governance process will give the Unity Party hard time. I want to say a year and say, I fear no favor. Why it will give the Unity Party hard time is because the Unity Party exhibited similar attitude today that the CDC is exhibiting. The Unity Party did similar thing that the CDC is doing now when they were in opposition.
Especially a major political opposition party. And so this is what I said the other day on this platform. I think we should be able to modernize and refine our political statements sometimes, because what you say today too, when you are not there, you will say it. Now, when you come there, then you don't want for any other person to say that to you. Then we are not going anywhere.
It is a problem.
It's a problem.
That is why. That is why we
need to reaffirm.
That is why we are where we are. Because people did it in the past, and the CDC now is thinking that doing it now is good because the Unity Party did it. If the Unity Party would have allowed the rule of law and the rule of law to take its course, when these lawmakers were making statements and saying things, and things were happening, and the government or the regime then wanted to ask them questions, they should allow that people to walk through the investigation. But because they did not agree, the CDC too is making statements. But I'm saying that it is wrong. The CDC should not stop her people from attending any board of inquiry or any quasi-judicial body that will be set up for them to appear and explain themselves. They should not run away. They should not run away, because it will render them already guilty if they start to behave the way they are behaving. So for me, it is wrong. The CDC should not stop their people. They should not say they will resist arrest. Nobody, and be honest with you, nobody can fight government. Not even a political party, not even a political institution like the CDC. The government is stronger than any political party. The only people stronger than a political party they are the people of the Republic of Liberia, meaning people from different walks of life, people from different political spectrum, from different political ideologies. When they converge and say we are ending the regime of this government, that is the biggest voice that you ever heard or you will ever hear in a country. That is the voice of the people that will gather and say enough is enough. That will be a mass gathering of people, not a facet of the country or a handful of political actors who believe that they will not conform to certain norms and other things. So the biggest voice to be spoken in the country is the voice of the people.
Yeah.
The voice of the people is when the people speak, their voices are heard very loudly. So when the people gather and say we are tired, it shows that the people who are the custodian of the power, who got the power, who keeping the power, are the ones speaking, not a political party. The United Party will do all the things they were doing in opposition. They could not surpass the weight of the government if the government wanted to fight or if the government wanted to take matters the way they should. So the CDC should know the scene. The United Party is in power now. There's no way you can resist arrest or you can fight them.
There is no way.
So that one they should just leave it. So you can have your take on it, and then we can go to the other.
Yeah, so that's it. We also admonishing Liberians, because this is our country, and let us divert from this unlawful party taking and structuring ourselves, because if we are an opposition in waiting, because opposition, that means that you might be the next government in waiting. So things that you will say today now, if you want to come back for the second time, specifically on the part of the CDC, I think you have to be very, very, very civilized in your conversation. What you say up there, those politics will not have too many sugarcoating. Those politics will not have too many, making things to look to the taste of the Liberian people. You may not say all, right, because you have to engage your opponents so that they will do the right thing, or even if they cannot do the right thing, so that other people can see the need that you capable of doing the right thing. So This is the reason why we talk on the other side. This is the reason why we send the information. This is the reason we root out the ills in society, and we bring in an element that will bring transformation, that will bring love to that party, that will make people to get closer to your party, and encourage them to do better things, and encourage them to all vote for you during electionary processes. So if you are coming as an let's say incoming or waiting government, you should prefer some of those things that the citizens will need, that people who are in the urban part of the country will be able to understand. So the all Lord, the unlawful and all law way of acting, I think we have to desist from some of them and move this country forward, because I understand it is where we do it. It is our culture, but the way we already understand politics in our country, I think we have to desist, because gradually politics will not be that this in time to come. Politics will not be that this. Politics has to be refined. One of the things that I listen to, Donald Trump, is everything that was said during his campaign. I mean, he trying to implement them. He said everything this time around that he will implement whatever he said during the campaign. And Donald Trump has won election. So Donald Trump is so particular of what he said to the people of America. All right. I don't want us to say something today and tomorrow we don't able to say it. Then somebody can wake up and say, but my mother already bow. Then we cannot count on you. We cannot depend on you. Liberians cannot depend on you. Liberians need change. Liberians, not just from the opinion pool, people are complaining, but we cannot talk for them. What the government has done and what the government is capable of doing, we cannot talk for them. We only there to say what you want us to say. What the government has performed in the first 1 year, what the government performed desperately in the first 1 year, and we cannot say it here. We cannot tell you that the government has done better so far. We cannot tell you that the government is capable of doing the best. We cannot tell you that in the first 1 year of the government stewardship, something better has happened. We have all of these on our plate, but we want to hear from you. What you got to say to us? So politicians, let this be notice that this country is not a country of unlawful people, or people who do not understand the law, or who do not understand the rule of law. So we are calling on you to desist. If you are actually into the art of bringing this country to a chaos, and I think it is time now to live on some of these positions and make yourself very, very, define yourself in an able environment that will help this country. It's not to destroy this country. We came from 14 unrest, conflict in this country. That's one of the things that we got. The moment we say riot and we destroyed our properties, like what happened at the Capitol building. All right. The moment we're discussing personal issue, national issue, then you go and hit at the building that is not even it's not a building holding on quote unquote Speaker Kofa, or Speaker Kofa for relinquishing his position as speaker. It's not a building holding on Richard Kuhn as becoming the Speaker of the House of Representatives. No. But you went and destroyed the portion of that building, and you also carry us back, because if we're going into taxpayers' money to rebuild that building, millions of dollars we're talking about here, thousands of dollars. It is what we're talking about. So we have to be very mature. We have to be responsible. We have to be trained. We have to be civilized as well. I think this is wrong. This is not good for our society. Yeah. This is not good for our society.
What's the next issue then?
Thank you so much. So we we still here. The speaker is saying that he is not in the know of any leak information from an employee of the NSA and denied the allegation for which the NSA employee, all right, and I think that was misinformation, indicting the speaker, the embattled speaker, of receiving sensitive information from the NSA. So he was arrested today, and he was apprehended today and was escorted at the Liberia National Police there. Okay, so the investigation, which started in December when the entire fire incident took place, right? The Joint Security, the Liberia National Police, the National Fire Service, and other security apparatus, they came in to conduct an investigation into the matter. And preliminary results are coming up. And through these preliminary results, there are others who were arrested as prime suspects of the arson attack at the Capitol building. And so, as part of the investigation, some of those guys that were arrested tried to indict. Some of them were indicting the embattled speaker, Honorable Fernando Kofa, has been a mastermind of some of these things. And besides, some are saying that, oh, yeah, in fact, they've been having series of conversations, concerning this matter. So, based on the backdrop, the Honorable has decided to challenge any of them, to challenge anybody, be it from the NSA and from the Liberia National Police, that there was no turning point that he had any conversation with anybody.
I think the security apparatus in our country need to do better. And this is for all of us to talk about. I think sometimes the way they do things is somehow some kind of way. Before all of these things happen, before people's names are published and put in the public, there must have been evidence gathered.
Mhm.
And because to smelt people's character is something that it is a crime. So when you say somebody is leaking sensitive information through WhatsApp, and you cannot show the WhatsApp conversation between the two people, then there is a problem. This particular individual, you arrested him, you say he's a nephew to the speaker. The speaker have denied that this person is no relative to him, but the person runs an errand for his sister that is outside the country. So the speaker say, the battle speaker say, yes, I know the young man, but he's not close to me. He's not a friend leg to me. He runs an errand for my sister out of the country. My sister is out of the country, and he's like an errand man who runs around to do other things for. So if you say there were WhatsApp evidence to prove that this man was leaking sensitive information as an NSA officer to the battle speaker, you must be able to prove it. Where is the proof? We haven't seen screenshots of the WhatsApp messages that have been sent. So the police should not make themselves political. The police should be apolitical. So the police should not put their feelings into cases. If you arrest this man and you say he has been leaking information between the speaker and him, or there have been leaked information from the NSA to him straight to the speaker, to the embattled speaker, you must show evidence of the screenshots of the messages that have been going. So then the public will believe up to date. We only hear the story or only heard the story, but we haven't seen screenshots of the conversation between the two people that shows that this man has been leaking information. So the police need to be more professional. I know there are issues, but for the police to somehow put themselves into a position to be looked at as a political figure, they need to stop it.
So
I'm not saying they don't have evidence, but they must adduce the evidence now.
Yeah.
Before the information is out to say this may have been leaking information, there should be the evidence out. Let people know that these are the evidence that prove that this man has been leaking the information.
I agree with you.
Because they were clear. They said through WhatsApp.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
In fact, if our Calvin Gray has decided to reach out to the Liberia National Police, to report myself, or perhaps to say something there that Desmond Brown has been discussing naked issues about the Liberia National Police, I must have facts.
Yeah.
All right. These are some of the conversations between Desmond Brown and I. Now, this is what Desmond Brown has said. Now, this is what Desmond Brown sent to me. This is what I have received from Desmond Brown. Then now I have facts. All right. This thing can stand.
The police should not make themselves in a way that the CDC will start to look at them like they wish hunting their people. So they need to really stop it. But Kevin, if you look at the time, we actually against time. So we will run to the lines and take some calls. But let's bring in this. When we come back, we'll take your calls on 077-0573-477-0881-871-670 are the two numbers. But let's take. Welcome back. So we can take your calls now. 0770-573-477 are the numbers. 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670 are the numbers you can dial right now to be a part of the program. Inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. Join us to talk about the issues that matter. We have our very first caller on the line. Let's see whether this caller is on. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother.
Yeah, good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Emmanuel PG Kese. Call from the PNZ Bill.
Let's hear you, Mr. Kese.
Yeah, my brother, what I can show those government is that they appeal and the role is taking, they are bringing tears into our country. They must stop it now. And the international community is sitting there watching it closely. They have to stop it now. The us and say, we are not afraid. For us, we are not afraid. Only our role model, the one that afraid, they are the one that bring along. But if Pocket want to care about the country, let him just tell them we stand up. We don't care. It has no other country. So thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much for airing your views. That is what we need. That is what we want. Constructive criticism, or your point should be made very clear without insults, without any threat to the country. 0770-573-477, 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670 are the numbers you can call now to be a part of the program Inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. I'm here. My name is Morris Desmond Brown, along with Calvin Gray. We're dreading you through the Wednesday's edition of the program Inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. 0770-573-477. Again, 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670 are the numbers you can call to be a part of the program inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. It is very, very, very important that we talk about the issues here that matter to our country, Liberia. Liberia is all we have, and we know very well that some of you are always talking about the issues in your various communities. You're talking about the issues. It is time that you air those views right here on Kia Radio 95.9. 0770 573 477. 0770-573-477 or 0881-871-670 are the number you can call. The numbers you can call to be a part of the program inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. So, Kevin, let's be talking about other issues.
Okay, so we have just few more days to the president's sooner, that is the State of the Nation's address. We are encouraging people to um uh to form part of the process, and you just have to I'm not doing the work of the Ministry of Information, and I can. So I think the process to be at the capital to form part of the process is by obtaining a pass. All right. So the Ministry of Information is that is fully responsible for issuing of pass to an individual. I don't know how to do that. So you can still go there and make your way there and be part of the process. If you want to, I think they have the procedure there. All right. So the President's State of the Nation's address is just few days from now, and you are there as Liberians. We want to hear from you now. What can you just say to your president? What new thing do you anticipate? What is some of the things that you think that the president is actually going to do? Or what do you expect? From the president, we have a road infrastructure developments, road network. We have education, agriculture. We have too many things that needs to be embedded into the arrest agenda. And so those things that you think that has not been taught, and you can just bring them out, perhaps it can be inclusive into the arrest agenda. If it is on agriculture, yeah, maybe your area can be an inclusive, community in terms of role. Your area can also be an inclusive, community for rural connectivities. Looking at some of the feeders road, I think we need to look at some of the feeder roads connections.
Tomorrow edition will definitely look at what the Liberian people expect from the president. We'll talk about some of the things the Unity Party has been able to do. Some of the things they have not been able to do. We will venture into that on tomorrow, and then we'll gauge the views of the ordinary people. We'll do it district by district to see whether your district was touched in terms of development. The president first year, whether there was a single thing done in your district. We will ask those random questions tomorrow. So tomorrow conversation is just going to be merely for you, the ordinary people. So we are hoping that you can recharge your phones, get your phone set so that we can hear from you. But for now, let's hear from you on some of the issues that we've talked about. 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670 are the numbers you can dial to be a part of the program inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. So we can take few calls, maybe 2 calls quickly before we run into time, because we are gradually losing grips on time. By 5:50 we are supposed to be out of here. I don't know. 5:50 we're supposed to be out of here. But 0770-573-477, 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670 are the numbers you can call to be a part of it here. It's very, very important. I see a lot of people calling my phone numbers. You can call the station number. You can call my numbers, of course. I will not put you through the lines. Yeah, because I don't know whether you are calling to participate or you are calling me on personal issues. So you have to call on the number that we are announcing 0770 573 477 0770 573 477 or 0881 871 670 are the numbers you can call to be a part of the program. That is it. That is it. So, Kevin, let's be wrapping up from your side.
Okay, so that's it. We're going to be back here on tomorrow with critical national issues here to bring you to your attention. And we are into the state of making Liberia a better state. So we also depend on you, and the country also depend on you, and you also depend on the country to do more and to do more and more. So keep following inside Liberia and Kia Network, Kia FM 95.9 here. And of course, coming up tomorrow, just what we Desmond said, we'll be looking at major issues prospect been made so far since the president, 1 year in office. What are some key priority key areas that the president has touched? And would you also tell us what are some of those areas that you want for your own president to look at on tomorrow? And we hope to bring you panelists here during the President's State of the Nation's address, so we all can look into we can dig out, some areas of concern from the State of the Nation's address, so we can analyze some of those points that the president will talk about, some of the areas that the president will talk about, and then we'll come right back on this radio and tell you how some of these things going to work through the instrumentality of the president by bringing in our guests, and they will tell us what they're going to do and what they're not going to do, because government comes, government goes. So thank you so much, and I've been here. I'm out.
So Calvin will be here on tomorrow as we all talk about the issues that matter. Again, tomorrow is another day, and tomorrow conversation promises to be very fascinating. We want to hear from you, the ordinary people, those of you who want to participate on what will happen here on tomorrow. You got to recharge your phones, and of course, you join us as we have that conversation. But again, folks, it was